Okay, one thing you want to not forget is to lock your machine. Because I keep trying to figure out why my machine wouldn't come on. It's because it is not locked. And I kept saying, what is wrong with my plug? What is wrong with my machine? It's neither of those things. It's the plug. So here goes again, guys. So your machine must be on. The motor must be running before you add any fruit to it. Is filled, I go over to my jars. I put my strainer on top and I strain my juices. And I do the strainer part twice. So then I take my other jar, put it in front of the previous jar, and I'm gonna double strain it. Try to be careful so that you don't lose juice or get it all over your counters. Alright, so once I have it double strained, I move everything over and continue. And if you guys can hear, my cherries still have pits in them, so you can hear them grinding up in the machine. grabbing my dish towel right quick so I can wipe off the counter, because I'm sure that you all saw like the pits. So the seeds get kind of grounded up, but they will also shoot back out of the top of the juicer. And there's air inside of there that bounces around. So sometimes some of your ingredients splash out. It's not really so bad to where it makes me want to stop juicing, but it does happen. And then I have some ginger, so I'm going to take a small knob and try to get that piece off, because I don't have a lot of juice. And I'm going to try to add it so that it doesn't overpower everything, because I don't, again, like I said, I don't have a ton of juice. You saw the little few ingredients that I had to juice just now. That's all I have on hand, but I wanted to get me some juice in. And because I think that this blend of fruit is going to be nice. But again, as I said, I don't want the ginger to overpower it. So I'm going to do this little bitty knob of ginger. Hopefully I get something. And yep, it's gone. So I think that little tiny bit will be okay inside of me juice. So this is what it yielded, and I don't have it in my jar that has the measurements on it. So I'll measure it out as I pour it into my mason jars. My mason jars are each 12 ounces. So I think I may have enough juice in here to get at least 2. And then if it's really strong, I'm going to mix it. I'm going to add water to it, because I was able to add water to the apples, beets, and carrot mixture because it was really a lot. And adding water didn't change the flavor of my juice. So I'm going to taste it. Give me a second. And I can really smell the ginger. I love how ginger smells. I just am not a fan of how it tastes. Oh, that's really good. Apples, grapes, and cherries. And I think I can add water to it without taking away from the taste. I'm not going to do too much though. And I don't have distilled water. I have spring water. So I'm gonna go with 8 ounces of the juice. Might have to do 10, but I'm gonna taste it. Before I go overboard with the water and then can't taste my juice. But I really like this blend, and I think I'll do it again when I have more apples. I had a good bit of cherries and I had a good bit of grapes, but I only had 2 small and 1 large apple. I'm gonna grab a thing of water. and the tops from a mason jar. And I also saw another lady who does YouTube, and she kind of uses water in her juices as well. And she said actually she started doing the water because the juicing was expensive. She got to the point where she felt like she was going to quit because it was expensive to continue. And then she discovered that she can add water to her juices. That is really good. So because I don't want to take away from the taste too much, I'm going to add some more juice and then add some more water. And I think that's a good combination. I still have a lot of the sweetness because again I use apples, grapes, and cherries, which are all sweet fruit. This is what my juice looks like. So I'm gonna do that to all the rest of them. And even if I don't have enough to fill them, I'm satisfied with how everything turned out. And so I know I'll be drinking these over the course of tomorrow. And I should have just enough to fill all of my jars. And this is my last one. I didn't have quite enough to fill it, but because I know that it's sweet enough, I'm just gonna cap it off with water. And that one will be a little lighter version. So guys, it yielded, what do I have? 4 12-ounce jars. And again, it was 1 large apple, 2 small apples, grapes, and cherries. And they were actually in containers that I had already opened, the grapes and the cherries. I had already opened the containers and ate out of them. And it was what was remaining. I wanted to juice, so put those things into my juicer and juiced. That's what I came up with. The combination is delicious. Oh, and I used 1 knob of ginger, only because I didn't want it to be too strong. I could have used 2, but that's enough for me. And I'm satisfied with the outcome. Thanks for watching.